Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of The Undertaking. So, on today's episode, I might title it We Need to Talk. So, what I mean by that is that we need to talk about ARC. What I wanted to say while I do some maintenance around the base, I wanted to talk to you guys about something. So first of all, I'm finally finished. I'm recovered from surgery. If some of you keep asking me what was the surgery and stuff like that, I'd rather not say. It's not because I'm ashamed or something like that, but just there's some stuff that I want to keep private, guys. So give me a break. Just know that I'm finally recovered and I'm back to playing. Most of the Conan episodes that you will see happen. For those of you that are actually watching my Conan episodes and the UARC followers, thank you very much. But most of my Conan episodes have been they were recorded before I went to surgery because Conan is so easy to play. I was able to record back-to-back episodes like nothing, you know? That's the only reason why. ARC, I'm not able to do that anymore. I used to be able to, not anymore because it's a lot harder to back-to-back track ARC episodes because of how many things we have to do, you know. Which brings me to a point. Now, I wanted to tell you guys something that I have complaints about, some complaints that I have about ARC. And I believe one of a lot of people's favorite YouTuber, Kishko, talked about it. And that is mega tribes. And I'm not bat shaming mega tribes and talking shit about mega tribes, you know. I'm not talking shit about them or anything like that, because mega tribes are actually cool. I think they're a fun thing to engage and stuff like that. But just like some of you that have watched Kisko's episodes and stuff like that, it comes down to the point that as many of you know and understand, I am a solo player. I play solo for a specific reason. I don't like to play in tribes because of like my experiences in the past. Due to flipping content, due to be able to make YouTube videos, being in a tribe is very hard. Not to mention the fact that if I'm in a tribe or anything like that, and if I'm recording in the base, I'm exposing the tribe's location, the tribes, if somebody knows where the tribe is, I'm exposing how it looks, how the base looks and stuff like that. So it's not fun for anybody. You know, there's so many times that you guys were actually enjoying content of me rebuilding after I got wiped and stuff like that, you know? But, which brings me to the question. Right now in the Undertaking series, there isn't much happening. I basically have tamed everything that I want to. And I know there's a lot of people who be like, well, there's still so much to do, like stuff like that. But like, let's be real. Everybody has seen most of the content that has been done on ARC, on Aberration. And if you guys ever want to know how to get started in Aberration, legit, like, it's the easiest thing you could ever do. However, Aberration might be easy, but anybody who owns a mega tribe, and it is a mega tribe, they all know that Aberration is by far the best servers to have. Oh, I guess the dire bears are killing fucking Nameless over there. Aberration is the best servers to have when it comes to farming. Look how much farming I got done as a solo player. Some of you actually like to say that I got the alphas help and stuff like that, and the alpha actually laughs about it because some of them watch my video and they actually laugh about it, and they actually say it's like if I find it funny how like some of these people actually think that we're giving you stuff. It was like honestly, I don't even want to deny it, because if they think that we're that paid that we could just have loose change like that to give you, it makes it even like, it makes them look more powerful, if you could say. But yeah, what was I saying basically? I lost my train of thought here. Oh, okay. So with that said, if you want to build on an Aberration, it's going to be hard, because mega tribes don't like when you come sniffing on their fucking coin purse, you know? And what I mean by coin purse is that they love servers like this, you know? But like, why would they fuck it up? Why would they fuck up their own servers by having a bunch of like people coming in just because they want to build solo? What is it that you're telling them to assure them that you won't try to do some stupid shit or bring aggro towards the server? That's what the mega tribes don't like. Each one of these vaults are filled with... Okay, there you go. Each one of those vaults are filled with gunpowder. But, so, it's kind of hard to start on it. And then, this brings me to my next point. So I think I've basically done everything that there is to be done as a solo player. Like, I got tech tier. I know some of you say I didn't get it legit, but like, how else are you supposed to get it legit as a solo player? By raising like a million Rexes and stuff like that? I'd rather not. I'd rather just like buy a freaking a boss fight off the market and basically have somebody run me through it, or or basically just have a subscriber like hook you up, you know. That's literally how I got most of my boss fights. A lot of the subscribers hooked me up with some boss fights, and that's how I got all my tech engrams, you know. And I managed to get a lot done. Now I have a tech Jenny, I have the tech turrets, and I have a lot of stuff. So right now what we're doing is that we're basically going on a farm to collect to basically start converting all of this into GP. So we need to start converting all this stone. Let's fill up this vaults. Let's fill up this vaults with stone, and then we'll go from there. So let's grab this crap right here. And we'll go into a montage of farming, because I know some of you were asking me about a montage of farming with the Dodic. So we'll go into that in a second. Let's just move this over here. And then let's move that. And then start going over here. Alright, so before I go into this montage of farming, I just wanted to tell you guys that I've been loving the series. I actually love the series, and I love Ark just as much as the next person. But I guess playing Conan has changed something to me. You know what? This fucking Dodic needs to eat some berries, so let's get some berries real quick. Playing Conan has reminded me of the beach bop life, as some of you like to say, the beach bop life and stuff like that, you know. And you like to make fun of people that are beach bop life, which made me start thinking. A lot of people like it when I go raiding. A lot of people are asking me, let's go raiding. But honestly, if you think about it, I'm at tech tier. Anything I want, I could just farm without the frustration of having to raid, soak, and do all this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a lot of fun to soak and then to flak run and do all that stuff. But at this point, any raid I do is non-profit unless I'm raiding a mega tribe. And if I'm raiding a mega tribe or a big alpha tribe, I can't do it alone, because I'm gonna have to, like, those guys have probably more than likely, the only time that I'm gonna be able to do that alone is if their turrets are down. So I have to get lucky like I always do and find them while their turrets are down, or I have to bring a soaker and start soaking bullets. Now I have soakers to do that, but then it comes down to the fact that now if some of the, because they're alpha tribes, more than likely one or two of them will be online, so they're gonna catch me, they're gonna pick me, and they're gonna kill me, and they're gonna kill my server. I mean, they're gonna kill my trike, they're gonna find my server, and they're gonna come to my server. So with that said, and I think what's his name, Uncle Apex even said it. He was like, it's almost impossible to raid with soakers as a solo player. He's not saying it is impossible, but he's saying it's almost impossible. It's up to the point that you have to offline raid, or else like it's gonna be like a thing that you're not gonna really enjoy it, because it's gonna be like kind of like the last couple of raids that you saw on Most Wanted. And I know a lot of you want to talk trash, like, oh, you couldn't even get in, you pussy, and stuff like that, but that is exactly what I'm trying to get to. Look at how badly they pushed us. Now, I'm not ashamed that they pushed us, and I'm not ashamed to say that they pushed us, but they were 15 to 30 people deep, and it was only 3 of us. Well, at first, the first day it was me, Sleepy. It was me, Pancake, Sleepy, and I. And then the second day, the second wave was another person, but that video got deleted for some reason. It was corrupted. And then the third wave was only Pancake and I. So that brings it to the point that it was 2 of us against 15 people. And even though you could sit here and tell me that you're the best Ark player in the world, that you could snipe people for days and do whatever you want, but you cannot sit here and tell me that you're going to be able to take on 15 to 30 people by yourself somehow push in the base and get in. No, you will always be outnumbered. And at the end of the day, Ark is that game where numbers are the thing that gives you results. That's why mega tribes were created. That's why alpha tribes were created. If numbers didn't do if numbers weren't the main thing that backed up this game, or like how you get big on this game, then there would be no such thing as mega tribes. There would be no such thing as alpha tribes. There would be no such thing as that. Why? Because people would just play solo. People like, put it to you this way, when you're in a mega tribe or you're a solo tribe, everybody who's anybody has what they call a personal vault. Now, what's a personal vault? That's where you have your loot. Why? Because you want to have your own stuff that you could call yours. So when you're in an alpha tribe, even everybody wants to be solo. Everybody wants to have their own stuff that they call theirs. Everybody wants to have their own personal tames because they're like, oh, this is my tame. And you get pissed when somebody touches that shit. You're like, dude, why the fuck did you touch my tame? Like, there's like you have your own tame. Like, what the fuck, you know? So like, it goes to the point that Ark has numbers, and then at this point, if I were to raid a tribe that is actually going to profit me, I either have to do it with subscribers in the Most Wanted series, or I'm going to have to basically like cross my fingers and hope to God that I'm not going to fail in the raid. Now, as much as I like to do that, I feel like for me, when I started playing Ark, has always been high risk for high reward. When you're a solo player, well, for me, it has always been a high risk for high reward. Now, in the past, as a solo player, I didn't care who I raided, when I raided, and stuff like that. Why? Because when you're a solo player, at that tier, anything is good. Polymer is good. Metal is good. Everything that is anything that is going to save you time from farming is going to be amazing. But now, at the tier that I'm at, where I could fill up 6 forges of metal and basically make a body bag worth of metal, it's kind of pointless for me to raid a tribe, you know, solo. Especially when most of the time I'm gonna be like in the past, raiding Beach Pop was hilarious because why? It was fun. Like, I got a lot of stuff out of them. Some of them had mastercraft things, other them had like farm stuff and everything, and it was enjoyable. But now raiding a Beach Pop, it almost seems fucked up because of all the stuff that I have now. Raiding anybody that is on a 1x1 or like a 2x2 or 4x4 or any type of base that has less than 25 turrets, I mean more than 25, sorry, less than 25 turrets, I was saying it right the first time, it almost feels like it's at a disadvantage. When I have 100 heavy turrets on my base and I'm raiding people that have less than 25 turrets, it's kind of ridiculous, you know? It's kind of fucked up in every single word of the aspect. So, I know that some of you was like, well, Biolazer, what the fuck does that mean? Does that mean that you're quitting Ark? Does that mean that you're going to join a tribe? Does that mean that you're going to start playing Conan and fucking quit Ark and stuff like that? No, it doesn't mean any of that stuff. I guess what I'm trying to get to, and what I'm trying to talk to you guys about, is that at the end of the day, I don't like tribes. I don't like being in tribes. And that's what I basically said in the beginning. I don't like to be in tribes. Why? Because they take too much time out of my day. As some of you don't know, I work for a hospital. I work for the emergency department. I only record whenever I'm online. I mean, I only record when I could play, and then when I'm not playing, I'm usually working. Because I work in the emergency room. Now, I don't want to disclose what my position or anything is, because then you guys will be able to track me down. So we're just gonna leave it at that. But yeah. Especially since some of you know where I live, in the state that I live and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just going to leave it at that. But either way, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't like tribes. Because then what's going to happen is that, as some of you know that you play on tribes, sometimes when you're inactive, people get pissed. Sometimes when, a lot of people have told me, oh, I was inactive for like 1 day or something like that. And then or we were getting raided and I couldn't log in because I was doing something. And then they kicked me out of my tribe, and then they said it's because I was inactive and I wasn't there when they needed me. So it comes down to the fact, which you know, I understand sometimes, and when you're in a tribe you get paranoid because you're like, fuck, we're gonna get incited, we're gonna get raided. And then I actually tried to do a tribe back in Arcpocalypse, and then we got incited, and I expected that to happen. That's why I didn't do it on official servers. We got incited and all that stuff. That's why I kind of just walked away with it. But when it comes down to, oh my god, fucking I hate earthquakes on Aberration. They're so fucking annoying. But what it comes down to is that I just don't have times to deal with that shit. And then I know some of you be like, well, you're a YouTuber. Like, people wouldn't mind if you're busy. Like, people will understand that stuff and everything. Yes, that is true. But then as a YouTuber as well, people, it almost feels fucked up for me not to farm. You know, it almost feel like if I just show up for the party and then I don't do the party preparation, as fun as that is, after a while, people are going to start, like, being like, hey, dude, that's cool and everything, but, you know, the fuck, like, you're not farming, you're not doing anything, you're just kind of showing up, enjoying the fun of the game, which a lot of people have those people in the tribe, you know. And you know, some of you that are in the tribe, you know who I'm talking about, the guy that doesn't farm. And but when you say, oh, there's a raid, the motherfucker somehow he's not busy no more, and he's like, hey, I'm here, I'm online, I don't have tests and I don't have things to do anymore, I got like the whole day to spare. And then when you're like, hey man, never mind, like the raid is canceled, let's just go farm. He's like, oh, you know what, never mind, I have to go run errands, my pet fish is in the roof, I gotta go get him down. You know, like, it just, they come up with the only excuses not to farm. And everybody hates that person, you know, it's fucking annoying. That one tribeman that is a piece of shit and just wants to show up for the fun parts, but not. Or like, the tribe mate that I used to hate when I used to be in the tribe, and there used to be that tribe mate that, like, he would be in there when everybody's hatching everything, and then he will imprint on it and then just disappear and then be like, yeah man, I gotta do something, I'll come back for imprints, can you just watch him? And you're like, yeah, sure man. And then he will never do anything, and he'll only show up for the imprints. And then when you be like, hey man, can you do a meat run, like, I can't stay for too long, I gotta go do something, he's like, nah man, I'm not home, or nah man, I gotta do something, my mom needs me, or my girlfriend, she's like fucking sick, or some shit like that, you know. And oh my god, bro, I fucking used to hate those people. That's back in legacy days when I was in the tribe. Like, oh boy, did I fucking hate that shit. But I guess I'm just ranting on now. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I wouldn't mind being on a tribe if it was like kind of like what Kishko say, if it was like 5-man tribes on the server. Now I know some of you be like, whoa, why don't you just play dedicated, you fucking pussy then? And that's everybody's answer. Like, you know, it's like, well, if you don't like the mega tribes, just go play dedicated and stuff like that. It's not about that. It's about the fact that I don't like to waste my time building up on a fucking server, or building up with like 4 to 5 people, building up big, and then out of nowhere fucking we get wiped because we're not alliance with a mega tribe, or we don't swear our allegiance to a certain person, or things like that, you know. It sucks. It sucks. And a lot of you, I've read a lot of the comments in the past saying, hey man, I started out with the tribe, and hey man, I got incited, or hey man, I got raided because I was on I was stuck in between a mega tribe fight and shit like that. Oh Jesus, I had to sneeze. Gonna cut that out. But you know, it comes down to all that stuff, and it sucks because, you know, right now as a solo player, for the amount of stuff that I have to maintain it, and farming solo is not bad, and I could farm a lot solo, but then it becomes homework, you know. And kind of like I said before, even though I got a much smaller base now than what I did before, it's still homework. You know, I still have to like log in. For a perfect example, like when I had surgery, you know, and I felt like even though I wanted to just chill in bed and stuff like that, I felt like I had to log in, because if I didn't log in, who's gonna feed the dinos? If I didn't log in, the gas on the Jenny is gonna run out. You know, like shit like that. And it's annoying because it's like, bro, like what the fuck, man? And I know that that's Ark, and that's in any Ark, and that's in any, like, I guess you could say any game, survival game that you're ever gonna play. Like, it's survival for a reason, like, you know. And I understand that, but it makes it like you need to play with other players. Or like, perfect example, I was gonna go on a vacation for like a week. No, for like well, a week and a couple of days, so that's 10 days. Now, some of you know Ark tames, like this tames, they decay within 7 days. So that's 7 days that if I'm not online, all my tames disappear. You know? Or like, perfect example, now the structures are like 14 to 15 days, and that's fine, but like Yeah, you have your structures, but you kind of need your dinos to farm and stuff like that, or else you're gonna have to go back to taming a bunch of dinos and stuff like that. So, I mean, for those of you that don't, and some of you are you know, some of you are in high school, some of you are in middle school, so some of you will understand, because sometimes your parents are like, yo, we're gonna go on vacation, you know, we're gonna go away for like a whole week, or like the whole summer we're gonna go out away. So now if you're a solo player, what are you gonna do now? How are you gonna log in to refresh your stuff? Are you gonna take your Xbox with you? I'm sure your parents are not gonna like the fact that you take your Xbox with you, you know? Or like, let's say you're going out with your family, or you're going out on a vacation with your girlfriend. She gonna be mad as fuck if you take your Xbox with you. She gonna be like, why are you not beating this pussy up? Why are you too busy fucking trying to log in to feed your virtual dinos? And then it's just things like that. So what I'm trying to get to is that Ark, it almost seems like it needs to be, when you get to the tier that I'm at, you need to be in a tribe. A tribe is a must. A tribe is like a thing that is necessary. So it kind of sucks, because as a solo player, I'm fucked. So I'm reduced to basically, I'm not gonna say where I'm gone, because I'm sure some of you already know that a lot of haters started exposing me because of the I guess you could say they kind of, I don't know how they did it, but they found out one of the servers that I live on. So then they started it going crazy, saying Biolazer lives on this server, blah, 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 and stuff like that. So now that they started doing that, everybody and their fucking mother are coming to find me and coming to troll me. So if I say when I'm leaving, you best believe they're going to be at my front door going like, is Biolazer home? So I already know that. So I'm rolling the dice when I go on vacation, and I'm expecting two things to happen. I'm expecting to either get wiped when I come back, or my base is still standing. Now, I'm going to give my brother my password, and I'm going to bring my brother my Xbox account. And I'm going to leave him with my Xbox account, and I'm going to tell him if he could log in. I'm going to text him because I'm going to be on vacation, so I'm going to text him and be like, yo, I'm going to need you to log in to refresh my dinos and stuff like that. So my brother's played Ark, but he doesn't play Ark because he plays for the PS4. He has a PS4, so he used to play Ark for the PS4, but then he got bored. He said that he didn't like it, you know. He said I didn't like it. It was too boring, and like it was too grindy, and it was too much about politics. So he knows about Ark. So I'm gonna tell him if he could log in for me and then just like refresh my dinos and shit like that. So that's what he's gonna be doing for me during the time that I'm gone. Now I'm not gonna go on vacation anytime soon, of course. Nor do I expect to get wiped anytime soon, because it's going to be hard for them to find me, first of all. And second of all, I can't go on vacation because I just recently recovered from surgery, so I still got stitches and shit like that. So we kind of have to wait till I finish and they take out the stitches, and then we could go. Because what the fuck are you going to go on vacation and not jump in the water, you know? Like go to the beach and shit like that. So I guess I've been ranting on this whole time, but what it comes down to is that I want to say I'm gonna bring the Undertaking series to an end. Doesn't mean that it's gonna finish, but I already know, like I said in the future, in a long time ago, something that I've had for as long as I played in Ark. I almost have like a spidey sense where I know I'm gonna be raided. Just like when I knew I was gonna be raided in the past. I know it's coming. I know I'm gonna get raided. I know I'm gonna wake up and probably see a couple of dinosaurs dead and stuff like that. Maybe not completely wipe, as people like to say. Oh, I wiped you. Meanwhile, the whole fucking base is still there. You know? But I mean in the sense of like, I know I'm gonna get raided soon, and then my comments are gonna blow the fuck up of people talking trash and talking shit and stuff like that. So now, a lot of people like to say, are you alliance with the Mega Tribe? I am not alliance with the Mega Tribe. I have friends on Mega Tribes. Why? Because a lot of subscribers are on big Mega Tribes. Some of them which happen to be leaders of some Mega Tribes. Some of them which happens to just be like regular soldiers on Mega Tribes, you know. So I have friends on Mega Tribes. Doesn't mean that I'm alliance to Mega Tribes. Doesn't mean that I swear my allegiance to anybody. I'm just a solo player. And sometimes Mega Tribes either raid me, or they just, which makes you think like, why the fuck are they coming after me? It's because they want to just basically, they're salty and they got nothing better to do. But I digress. I guess what I'm trying to say, like with a million time, and I keep, I keep trying to get to the point, but then I keep getting like, sidetracked and shit like that. But what I'm trying to say is that this series is gonna come to an end, and I'm thinking about starting another series. Now I don't know. I'm still gonna continue playing Conan because I love that game. It's actually really fun. And it's like I said in the beginning, it's made me miss the beach bob life. It's made me miss like when you find a mastercraft or a journeyman and you're like, holy shit, dude, journeyman. And then, when I find that shit, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. It makes me miss that. Like now it's kind of like, okay, well, I could farm that like and like nothing. I could do this like nothing. Like there's no need for me to like raid sometimes unless I'm just raiding to wipe and have fun. And for me, it's never been about PvP to have fun. I mean, yes, it has been to have fun, but for me, it's always been to have fun and to get loot. That's why there was such a thing as called living off the loot. There was this whole series called Treasure Hunt, where we're hunting for treasure. The whole series was just me raiding people as best as, like just raiding people, and just getting, like trying my best not to farm as least as possible. And because I was raiding people left and right, I had so much, like I had to not like farm not at all. Like I would find so many electronics and I'll be like, dude, that's it. Like I don't need to farm electronics. I could just turn this all into C4. And most of my stuff was in Perlovia, so nobody ever was able to find it. Now, of course, with the new update in play, like now you can find Perlovias or anything hidden on the graph with both Direwolf or a Parasort. So it kind of beats the purpose. Like you can no longer hide shit. So it's almost made it like nearly impossible to be able to play the play style that I used to play. And this is why I turned over to like playing in a server and be an alliance and stuff like that. And then like Uncle Apex said one day, there's two ways of playing solo. There's either you're just the solo, the troll of the server, like nobody fucking, you don't talk to nobody talks to you, you just raid whatever the hell you get your hands on. And then there's the person that you build up big and you stay solo, but you're alliance in the server, so you're still in an alliance in the server, but technically you're still solo because you don't have tribe mates or anything like that. So I did the whole solo thing for a while, like where I was just raiding and doing my own thing and everything, until like it got really difficult, and to the point where like they were just making it like, as you say, they introduced the dire wolf, so now anybody could find my Perlovias. And that's basically my vaults. I never liked to build vaults. If I built a vault, it was just to fucking fuck with people. It was just to basically fuck with people, be like, ha, bitch, you can't get this shit now because it's not, the vault is empty, So they wasted C4 to do that. And it almost feel like vaults are kind of like useless now if you think about it. Like, what is it, like 15 C4 for a vault? I remember in the past when vaults, like, well, I don't know, some of you that are legacy players, vaults in the past were so expensive to break. I think it was like 20 something rockets, and it was expensive to get any of those materials in the past. That when you when you made a vault and you blew up a vault, it was because like you had money, like, But then ever since the center server came in, like you could build vaults on vaults on vaults on vaults, and then you could just build explosives on explosives on explosives, and you could just blow up as many vaults as you feel like it. You just got to bring enough necessary explosives and you're fine. Which kind of makes vaults pointless, unless you have like a hidden vault. That's why people started hiding shit on Perlovias and stuff like that, because vaults were almost impossible. They're no longer a sense of security. People were gonna blow them up unless like they ran into C4, which if they blew in your base and soaked you, you best believe they're not gonna run into C4. They're gonna blow their way all the way through until they can no more, So, and I keep sidetracking. Like I said, I'm gonna start a new series. Now I don't think I'm gonna be doing a series with as a tribe. I think when this series is going to be based off, it's going to be me starting out back in the beach pop ways, and I might call it, I don't know, I'm debating, because then, so there's two ideas that I had. I either wanted to start a new series on official, which I kind of don't want to do because I've done the solo thing already on official, or what I was gonna do is that I was gonna do Arcpocalypse solo. Now, what's gonna make it fun in our Apocalypse Solo is that everybody's starting from square one. Everybody's a beach pop. Everybody, and then every single month, it's gonna be like a new refresh thing. So it'll be like seasons of it. It'll be like, I don't know, season one, season two, and I just feel like it will be so much refreshing and fun. Now, of course, the Undertaking series will low key still be going on, but it will no longer be shown on camera. And the only reason why the Undertaking series, the base would still go on and stuff like that, would be because that's gonna be the base that it's gonna be supplying me for loot to be able to go on Undertaking episodes. That's gonna be the thing that supplies me with Undertaking gear to be able to go on Undertaking episodes. All right, let's go start grinding all this shit down. That's my idea behind it. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. I know I ranted on for like a good fucking while and stuff like that, but I mean, that was kind of like my idea behind this whole thing, I wanted to do that. I wanted to feel like I wanted to bring this series to an end because I feel like this series is just dragging on. I feel like, I mean, it's not dragging on, but like, I mean, all I could do now in this series is farm. And some of you like it, some of you don't. A lot of you like the farming, but you like the farming mixed in with PvP. And like, as a solo player, PvP, I have more to lose than to gain, if that makes any sense. I have so much stuff on me I have so much stuff on me now, or I could do so much more in this series, that it kind of loses its purpose. Now, I'm going to still continue the giveaways. I'm still crafting tech tier and stuff like that. But I need to find a couple of, like, I guess you could say peaceful servers to build 1x1s and give it to people. Or as a matter of fact, I don't know. As a matter of fact, I might just give you guys the tech tier itself, like all the stuff that you need, like, the chem bench, the vault, all that stuff and everything. But the fact of the matter is that you can only carry up to, like, what is it, like 50 slots. So that's why I kind of wanted to build the base on like hidden spots that I had, and then like give them to you guys. Be like, here you go, like, figure it out. But some of you guys know peaceful servers, some of you guys don't know peaceful servers. But that's kind of like what I wanted to do. So the giveaways are still gonna happen. I need to farm Element first. I've been farming Element, but mostly to fill up my tech generators. I haven't really been farming Element to, actually like craft stuff. But yeah. So we're just gonna continue here farming for gunpowder, I guess I wouldn't say gunpowder, but farming for stone to be able to continue and craft as much as GP as fucking possible. Right here, that's the only thing that I'm gonna be doing right now. So I mean, if you guys want to stay tuned, this video is probably gonna be a long one because of that fact that we're just gonna be crafting non-stop. But guys, let me know in the description down below what you want to do. Conan is still gonna be going on. Ark is still gonna go on. I want to start playing other games. I know some of you have told me Rainbow Six, Six Siege or some shit like that. I kind of like playing survival games more than shooter games. Some of you had told me to play Decay 2, and I was kind of looking into that, I was like, the State of Decay 2. It looks fun, but it's not like an open world survival PvP game, I kind of like open world survival PvP games. That's why I kind of like Conan, because it's open world survival PvP. Now, the difference between Conan and Ark that I've said it a million times is that there's no dinos. So you have to farm everything by hand. And as some of people hate it, they're like, oh, I don't like farming by hand, it's fucking boring and shit like that. In Conan, it makes it enjoyable because the server is ×2 all the time, and like things are a lot cheaper to build and stuff like that. So you basically built the base in a matter of a couple of minutes. And then it's PvP all the time, but you could only raid certain amount of times. So for those of you that don't like, that are always scared, like, fuck, I'm gonna get offline it. The only time that you're gonna get offline, it's if you it's basically if you fucking if you're not online during the time that it's PvP raid time. So just join a server. There's basically like Eastern time, Western time, United Kingdom servers. So So each one of them go based on that time frame, and then during that time frame between the hours of 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. it's raid time. So during that time, somebody could use explosives and blow into your base. Now the difference between that is that when somebody's raiding you, it's not like an arc where, like, if somebody's raiding you and they kill your stuff and now you're like, fuck man, I don't know what to do. They have like gigas and shit outside. If I run outside, all they're gonna do is get on the giga and munch down and I'm dead instantly. No, it's not like that. And this one, like, you basically are on foot. So if you could get on your feet and then go outside, and there's vaults too in the game. Holy shit, I can't wait till I built the vault. But you know, there's vault in the game. You just have to see it. Like, you just check out my solo series of Conan. Like, if you guys don't want to buy the game and don't want to play, just see the series and you see like how much fun I'm having, and you're gonna understand why the game is actually enjoyable. You know. Other than that, I'm gonna leave you guys with a montage of me just farming now. And then this montage is basically gonna go all the way to the end of the episode while I'm just farming gunpowder the whole time. So I hope you guys understand, and I hope you guys give me downstairs in the comments down below letting me know ideas. Should I just start a series on official, a new series on official, call it How to Solo, and show you how I start from basically like nothing and build my way up all the way up to, like, I mean, I'm not gonna reach tech tier, tell you that much. I'm not gonna make it up here all the way again because this is way too much work too. You know, I would already have to take care of this base and then having to take care of another base. No, but I could show you from square one how to get on your feet, how to do stuff like that and like that. If not, then that's fine, you know. And most of the time during that series, we're gonna be doing raiding a lot, and I know some of you don't like it, some of you will like it. You know, most of the raids are probably gonna be offline, not because I choose to, but because, like I said, I only raid whenever I'm online. So it seems to me like whenever I'm online, a lot of people tend to be online, but it will make the raids a lot more fun because now that I'm a solo player, back to the beach bob weights, anything is profit. Even fucking charcoal is profit at that point, you know. So let me know, or do you just want me to start doing apocalypse season episodes, you know, where I just go on and stuff like that. At the end of the day, as a lot of people have said it, and I don't want to say it, but Ark is dying, and it sucks for me to say it, but it's the truth. I wanted to deny it, and I wanted to be like, no, it's not true and stuff like that, but Ark is dying. Alright, the numbers are there, the numbers don't lie. Working in the medical profession, numbers don't lie. I've come to realization, facts and numbers overall over fucking theories and shit, you know. And numbers are there, and it sucks because the devs don't seem to be doing anything about it. I hope that maybe the new patch is gonna save it, but it sucks to say it, but it's the truth. And I hate to admit it, you know. And Ark has become very repetitive now, and it's annoying as hell. And this is why I'm playing Conan, because Conan is more of a fresh new game. Like, it's a new experience, a new survival game, and I've always liked survival games. Like, shooter games are fun. Fortnite, I love Fortnite, don't get me wrong, but Fortnite is more of a game that you play with your boys for a while and then you just kind of go. Fortnite is more of a game you play with your boys for a while when you're taking a break from another game, you know, like, oh, let's go play a couple of games of Fortnite, take a break from Ark, you know, and then we'll come back and farm later. That's what I take Fortnite as, because there's too many professional players already on Fortnite, and I'm never going to be a professional player. I suck at fucking PvP, like I said in the past. That's why I like survival games, because I'm a good I'm a good survivor. I'm not a good PvPer, but I sure as hell can survive the fuck out of an apocalypse, you know? So that's my thing. I wish H1Z1 came out for the for the Xbox, because I don't have a PS4, and H1Z1, well, H1Z1 is more, I mean, H1Z1 used to be a survival game, but I don't think it's a survival game anymore. So State of Decay might be another game that I might be looking into. But holy shit, this video has become very long and ranted. So I think I'm going to end it here. If you guys want to see the montage, you're more than welcome to. But I might not make a montage due to the fact that this game, I mean, this video is already long as fuck to begin with. So, yeah, guys, I'm sorry. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!